Hey everybody, Naruto Fan FB. We got Ronnie and
Hey,
Johnny.
hey, what's going on, guys?
Today we're here to actually review Devil May Cry.
Woohoo! DMC.
I'm gonna start off by saying that when I first saw the trailer for this game, I was hating mad hard. I was like, Dante looks like a vagina with his Justin Bieber haircut and his white
This
speeder.
motherfucker.
I thought that it was gonna be lame. I didn't even try the demo out. The game came out and I've only heard good things. And Ronnie just brought this over and we played it. And I've not been this excited to review a game in a long time.
Yep. Yeah, I do agree with Johnny. When I heard that the title back 2 years ago, when Ninja Theory picked the title up, I was scared. Not gonna lie, I had no hopes in Ninja Theory. I was like, holy shit, they're gonna ruin this game. I was like, I've been a diehard Devil May Cry fan all the way from the first game that came on PS2. Even followed the anime that came out, which was awesome. It was a 15 short anime, but it was phenomenal. But I played the game. Roughly it's 10 hours of gameplay if you just want to breeze through it. Just get story, get that all done with. But I gotta give it to Ninja Theory. You guys did a phenomenal job with the game. Like I said, if you guys feel like me and Johnny did right away, we based our aspects on the way Dante looked, don't. Because I played the game and I fell in love with it.
Yeah, and actually, I actually enjoy his look now.
It's great, yo. It's awesome.
Virgil and Dante, both their looks and their personalities are incredible. But let's break this down into our normal three-part breakdown. We're going to do it into
Cool.
gameplay, graphics, and story. We'll start off with the gameplay. I've never played a combat game, like a beat-em-up hack-slash game, where the combat has been so flawless and seamless and just perfect. Creating combos, making combos, and keeping combos going has never been this easy, but this much fun.
Yeah, it's and the cool thing is, it's an endless amount of combos. Like, you honestly can keep them going, which is so much fun. It's all, I think the way they did is creativity factor. It's all about how you're going to play my style. Like, me personally, I like aerial attacks, so I'm going to keep grabbing people up, throwing them up, and just keep slacking, hacking, and slashing them, shooting them with my Ebony Ivory. It's phenomenal. Like, the cool thing now, what they give you is they give you one that can actually bring you toward them, and the demonic grab actually grabs them and brings them towards you. So that's another way, because there's some enemies that are they'll throw projectiles at you, or you have enemies that are shield users. You can rip the shield off and then just throw yourself and latch them close to them and just start beating them up.
But without actually knowing how the button commands work, it's hard to just take our word for it. The way they broke it up is left and right trigger do different things. The left trigger will do the angel moves, and the right trigger do the demonic moves. So, say with the grabbing, if you do left trigger and X, you'll grab the enemy and you'll actually go towards them. Whereas if you do right trigger and X, you'll pull the enemy towards you, which makes it really easy to just get towards the enemy, do a combo, then switch it back and go towards another enemy or grab an enemy towards you. Also, the weapon switching, it's the same basic concept. If you want to use the scythe, you can press left trigger and Y, or if you want to use the axe, you pull right trigger and use Y or B. And the thing is, in combat, if you played the other Devil May Cries, you had to actually switch your weapons to use them. You couldn't just in the middle of battle switch up. Now you can just combine all of your weapons and use them to create whatever moves you want to do and fight the way that you want to. I can pretty much guarantee you will never see a fight that looks similar to somebody else's fight. There's so much that you can do during the fights that it's all about being creative and what you want to do with the fight and your fighting style.
Yeah. Also, if you look at the even when you do the load screen, they show you brief combos that I guess the developers had going on, and it's awesome, y'all. They go from aerial shooting to dash moves, and it all goes to how you level up everything in the game. Of course, another thing I was shocked with was, you don't get you get your guns, you get your standard handguns, you do get a shotgun, and then later on in the game you get some weird kind of taser gun, but it's, in the demon world, it's a badass gun that shoots like missiles, I guess, but anyway, you'll see that when it comes, but you do get two other blades, you get you get gauntlets that are pretty much fisticuffs. And then you get another thing. They look like little ninja stars, but they're badass. You get them later on in the game too, and those are by far my second favorite weapons to use in a game. But like I said, you have to get up to there to use them and be the judge of that yourself. But other way, you know, another thing that we were surprised about that I was shocked about was there was no
Same.
lock-on feature.
I was used to that in the other ones, and I kind of expected it to come into play at some point, and then Ronnie was telling me, yeah, there was no lock-on feature. It's not something that really like concerns you. Like, you're not playing it like, oh, I need a lock-on, like, what, I can't play this game. But while you're playing, you're kind of just like, it would have been a little bit easier if I had lock-on. And there is some sort of lock-on, like one boss fight, you had to shoot the boss in the face, and it like immediately like locks on. It auto aims for you. So when you really need to shoot at a certain part, it makes sure that you're hitting it. But it was just a little weird because there's times that I wanted to like shoot certain things in the room to get the orbs, and it just wouldn't let me aim at them. It was just a little annoying, but it wasn't anything that really ruined the experience for me. So all in all, I give gameplay a 9.5. I thought that it was just incredible. If you enjoy a hack slash, Dynasty Warriors, any of the other Devil May Cry's, God of War, Darksiders, any of those, this is a game that you need to get your hands on.
Definitely, most definitely.
Let's talk about the graphics next.
Whew. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
I love what they did with the graphics. Visually, it is just
amazing.
So pleasing.
Yeah, it's like, wonderful. It's great.
From the cutscenes to like when they were telling Dante and Virgil's story, and like the story of Sparta, they were doing it in a graffiti style. It was on the wall as they walked past, so you saw it in the background, which I loved. The art style was like the Sistine Chapel, and when you go from cutscene to gameplay,
it's same thing.
It's seamless. It's also like the graphics just look so good in the actual gameplay, and then they look so good in the actual cutscenes because it's a more artsy style of like gameplay. It's not super like, I don't know, video game style.
I guess, yeah, it's not like, you know, an Anarchy Reigns kind of game. You know, it has its realistic feel as in a Metal Gear aspect. Like, Metal Gear, we all know is not real, but like, if you want to compare it to like war aspect of Metal Gear, like they sum it up pretty good. For demonic demons and like angels and demons, like it's pretty nice and like crisp. I gotta say, got a realistic feel to it, not a cartoony feel to it, like a Naruto or you know something.
With that realistic feel, it also had like it looks like they have a very specific choice of art. They wanted to get like the ink feel. I don't know,
which is sick. I love the ink feel.
The Street Fighter like intro that they
have. That's great.
There's like an undertone of that ink throughout all the gameplay, and then when you go into like the Limbo world, you really see like what they did visually. Like it just comes out.
Oh, they're like I was watching like a concept art of the making of Limbo, and by far like the way they went all about it, I thought it was amazing. Like how you see Dante go from the real world and all the destruction from when you can see the difference between how humans see the real world and how demons see the real world. It's like the demon realm is Limbo is pretty much the demon realm world, I guess, if that makes any kind of sense to you. But yeah, it's phenomenal, and they did a great job with that.
It's a little hard to describe the graphics. They're incredible. So when you play this, you know exactly what we're talking about. We have to give the graphics a 10. I thought for that style and just everything about that, the graphics was just incredible. From there, we're going to go on to story. The characters, in my opinion, I was really worried about. I was very used to a certain type of Dante from 1, 2, and 3. I didn't like that they changed up his look at first. I didn't know how Virgil was going to come off because Virgil was always a very calm, collected, quiet character that was very calculated. I said a lot of C's in there. Calm, collected, calculated.
Yeah, I like that. The 3 C's.
I think it was 4. Anyway, it turns out they did an amazing job with Dante and Virgil. I'm sorry. Virgil is still very cool, calm, collected, and calculated.
Yes.
He's very intelligent. He comes off as the older brother. Whereas Dante has his snarky, joker, funny, smart-ass remarks, nonchalant, caring but not caring aspect to him still.
And awesome Dante one-liners.
Yeah.
Which are phenomenal.
But at the same time, it's even better than he was in 3. Like, 3, he was a sarcastic guy, but he knew what he was doing. He had a game plan.
He knew his potential.
Yeah, and in Devil May Cry, he doesn't know what's going on, so he's very like sarcastic to everyone, and he just doesn't give a fuck. Like he's just like, well, yeah, whatever, man. So I really enjoyed that.
Alright, yeah, me, alright, the whole point with the story with me is, alright, for Devil May Cry fans, this is a reboot. They switched it up. I'm not going to go in details about the story because I don't want to ruin any spoilers or anything, but as you can tell, the basics, instead of his mom being human, he's half angel now. They switched that. They gave him the race of becoming a Nephilim, which is half demon, half angel. It is a prequel story. I like that in the fact that a lot of questions were answered that I really never understood before. Like, alright, when we all played Devil May Cry 1, 2, 3, and 4, we always knew, like, alright, the demons are in the real world, but how are they here and how can regular people see them? I thought demons were only seen by a special kind of people. That was answered for me. I did like what they did with Dante and Virgil, because the whole game time I'm sitting, I'm like, you know, when is Virgil's turning point? You know, we all know what happens between Virgil and Dante, but it's how it happens. And I love the aspect of what this game did for that, which was awesome. Everything else I did, you know, I'm kind of upset because GameStop kind of lied to us. If you pre-ordered the game, you got the Virgil DLC. Come to find out, that's not coming out till February. So that's going to be a little patient. That's going to be more story with Virgil itself. Sadly to say, you know, but we got to wait. So those are lies GameStop sells us. But, you know, other than that, I did enjoy the game. It was phenomenal. Like I said, I played through it. It's hard for me to play a game that'll grasp me and make me not want to stop playing it. And I told myself when I started playing this, I said, I'm playing it till I beat it. And I did. And now I'm going to go to the second mode with all my stuff, knowing what to go through now, actually look for everything and actually complete this game 110%, make sure there's nothing left behind. But other than that, love the story, love the reboot, love the direction they're going in, and I honestly feel like this is what DMC needed for its series.
Yeah.
Because we all know 4 was good, but not good.
That was one thing with me. Like, I enjoyed 4 because it was a Devil May Cry game, but I kind of fell out of it. Whereas this one I'm playing, and it's incredibly intriguing. It's fresh air for Devil May Cry.
Yeah, it's what they
needed.
And
I think they really needed this because I feel like it's not only going to get a lot of new fans, but it's going to keep the fans that have been with them for so long.
Oh, yeah.
So, other than the story being a little short and the DLC issues with Virgil, I have to say the story's got a 9.0. So, this game, we're going to give a 9.5. Definitely go out and buy it. Definitely play it.
Get your hands on it.
Get your hands on this game. It's something you need to play, especially if you're a hack and slash fan, especially if you're a Devil May Cry fan, especially if you like angels, demons, anything like that.
Stories.
This game is something you need to play.
Yeah, this is the direction you need to go in.
It's definitely worth playing. So we'll see you guys next time. This has been Johnny and Ronnie
doing a review of DMC.
Spotter. Fucking demon collaborators.